Hey, what's up guys? It's Motoxiety, and today is part 2 of how to ride a motorcycle. So in last week's video, we covered a couple different things, starting with the clutch, how to use the clutch, how to find the friction zone. In today's video, we're going to be focused more on the accelerator and the gear shifter and how to shift up and down gears, how to come to a stop, all of that different kind of stuff so that you can get more comfortable with your bike. So we're going to do a quick review from last week's video, and we're just going to go over everything again real quick. All right, so turn your key, flick your ignition switch, you should hear the fuel pump priming. You're turning it to the on position, you should hear the fuel pump priming. You're going to go ahead and pull your clutch in, and you're going to press this ignition starter right here. That's going to start your bike. You have your bike started now, and now we're going to get the bike to start moving using the accelerator. How do we use the accelerator? How do we use the throttle? All right, so this is what we're going to do. You're going to pull in your clutch just like you did last week. You are going to kick down on your gear shifter. You're going to put the bike in first gear. How did we move the bike last week? We slowly let out on the clutch. All right, cool. So you're going to slowly let out on your clutch, not all the way out, and you're going to find that friction zone. You can walk the bike forward again with one foot until you get comfortable. Then what I'm going to have you do is you're going to slowly start to give the bike throttle. You're going to slowly roll onto your throttle, and then you're going to slowly let your clutch all the way out and remove your hand from the clutch. There you go. You can keep your hand on the handlebar if you don't feel comfortable taking it all the way off, but you just want to slowly transition from having the clutch fully pulled in to having it all the way out while giving it throttle. If you give the bike too much gas, you're going to just launch the bike. If you let off the clutch too early, you're going to just stall the bike. You want a nice, slow, smooth transition between letting off of your clutch and giving your bike a little bit of gas, a little bit of throttle. And then you just want to kind of cruise around like this. You want to stay in first gear and just kind of practice, moving your wrist backwards and forwards and trying to see how your bike responds to giving it throttle. You don't want to go crazy, obviously. You don't want to turn your wrist all the way back, because if you do that, you're going to be flying and you're going to lose control. You just want a nice, slow, controlled motions. Once you get the hang of that, once you get the hang of moving your bike around using the throttle, and again, guys, you want to keep your head and eyes up the entire time that you're doing this. You want to look where you want to go. And as you're doing this, once you get the hang of it, you can go ahead and pull in your clutch again. You're going to pull in your clutch, you're going to let off your throttle, and you're going to kick up. That's going to put your bike in second gear. Cool. Now you're in second gear. We're going 14 miles an hour. You're going to move around the bike just like this. You might come up to some turns in second gear. That's okay. You don't have to shift back down. You can stay in second gear. Just kind of move around whatever parking lot you're in, and just kind of go around in second gear, because now you have the basic premise of shifting up. Any of your other gears, that's exactly how you're going to shift up. You're going to pull in on the clutch, you're going to let off your throttle, and then you're going to kick up on the gear shifter. Okay, so we know how to shift up. Cool, that's great, but I don't know how to shift down. I don't know how to stop my bike. So as a beginner rider, there's a couple things that you can do. You can stop your bike by just pressing on the gas, pulling in on the clutch, and coming to a complete stop before you shift down. And that's what a lot of new riders are going to be comfortable doing. So let me show you what that looks like. So I'm going to pull all the way up to here. I'm going to pull in on my clutch, and I'm going to squeeze my front brake until I come to a stop. Nice and soft. You don't want to grab that brake too hard. I'm still in second gear, as you can see. Let's pretend I'm at a red light or something like that. So I'm going to go ahead and kick down one until I'm in first gear. All right. Now you're in first gear. You want to keep, anytime you're at a light or a stop sign, you want to keep your fingers on your front brake, but you want to stay in first gear. You don't want to kick up into neutral. You want to stay in first gear so that if there's anything happening behind you or something you need to move forward from quickly, you can. So we're going to go ahead and get going again. I'm going to slowly let off my clutch. I'm going to find that friction zone. I'm going to walk it forward with one foot, and then I'm going to go ahead and start to give it gas again by rolling onto the throttle. All right, I'm rolling onto the throttle now. Now I can let go of my clutch nice and slow, and you can see I have fully let go of my clutch, and I am now just moving the bike with just the throttle. Especially for these Ninja 400s, these parallel twin motors, they can be a little bit jerky. That's fine. It's really just the nature of the bike, but you want to get used to that. You want to know how your bike is going to respond to the different things you're going to do to it, because you don't want to be riding your bike one day and something that you didn't prepare for happens and you panic. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to pull in on my clutch, I'm going to let off my accelerator, and I'm going to kick up into second gear. Cool. So now we're going to talk about the second way to stop your bike, and that's downshifting. Right? So normally you wouldn't downshift from second into first all too often. So I'm going to go ahead, come around the next corner, gain a little bit more speed so I can shift up into third for you guys. So I can downshift from third to second. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to let off my accelerator, I'm going to pull on my clutch, and I'm going to kick up into third gear. Cool, now I'm in third gear, and I want to shift down so I can come to a stop. How am I going to do that? How am I going to downshift? All right, so in order to downshift, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to pull in on your clutch, you're going to let go of your accelerator, and you're going to kick down this time. And then you're going to slowly let out on your clutch. There you go, you just downshifted. Nice, soft, smooth, controlled motions. You know, you don't want to do anything too quick and too fast. Everything should be nice, slow, and controlled, especially when you are in a relaxed, controlled environment like this. There's no need to speed, guys. There's no need to rush through things. It is just you in a parking lot by yourself. Figure out your bike, figure out how it responds to things. Don't rush yourself. Don't apply pressure to yourself. If you're not ready to move up from just messing around with your friction zone and your clutch, you're not ready to give your bike throttle yet, don't. Just move your bike around in the parking lot with just friction zone. You know, it's all about your comfort zone and your safety. So cool, we just downshifted. I'm in second. I want to fully stop the bike, so I want to downshift into first now. So we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to come back into this parking spot. So I'm going to pull in on my clutch, let go of the throttle, and I'm going to go ahead and kick down into first. There you go. And now you've just stopped your bike by downshifting, which is pretty cool. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to kick my bike into neutral. I'm going to kick my kickstand down, right? Lean the bike over. There we go. Now the bike is sitting on the kickstand. It's still running. I didn't turn the bike off yet, but this should make things a lot easier for you guys now that you know how to do it. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope that my first video, part 1, helped you guys out a lot, and I hope this part 2 helps you out as well. I'll be doing some other videos down the line about rev matching and all of that sort of stuff, but for now, I hope these 2 videos help you. Please comment down below, you know, about your experiences riding and if this video helps you. Thank you guys so much. I hope you have an absolutely wonderful day, and I will see you guys in the next video.